don't know if men and women experience love in different ways. Michelle, perhaps you can give me a male perspective on this one.
Absolutely. Dr. Mukri available for consultation.
Why is it that so often we fall in love and it's as though we're in a daydream and then a few years later the whole thing could become a nightmare?
Now that is a tough one. But Kajal met someone who'll be able to give a really informed answer. She's Dr. Sherona Rawat, and she's someone who knows all about taking charge of her own destiny.
Dr. Rawat invited Kajal to sit in on a session.
Every year, thousands of couples say, I do, committing themselves to a lifelong relationship made up of happiness, joy, and companionship. Except, of course, this doesn't work out for many couples. Today, I'm meeting up with Dr. Sherona Rawat, the resident psychologist at Lotus FM, and a lady who's had her own challenges during her career path and life's journey. Hi, Dr. Sherona. Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kajal. So are we ready for our advice session?
Absolutely. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Hi there, all you wonderful people. This is Lotus FM. Today our show is on love and relationships. We're hoping we're going to get quite a few callers.
Doctor, I read somewhere that when you choose to get married, you also choose a whole new set of problems and a new set of difficulties. Now, this cannot be fun. Is there some sort of crash course you can take before getting married, or what advice would you give a couple wanting to get married?
It's never too late to actually get some help, you know. It's important to know that you can learn new tricks. Anybody can learn at any time. It just takes will and commitment, getting the right help, and actually putting an effort in trying out the stuff.
When you counsel couples, are you ever tempted to take sides?
I do take sides. There is a third element in any couples therapy session. It's the relationship itself. I take the side of the relationship.
Oh, that's our first caller.
Hello, you're on air.
Doctor, my husband is a pig. He eats, sleeps, snores loudly. He doesn't do anything to help me with the housework. I am so fed up with him, doctor.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I'll answer your question now. You can put down the phone. Thanks. Okay, situations like that are things that we hear on a daily basis. Basically, you're looking at maybe roles and that kind of thing. People haven't discussed things before they got married. We just assume that people can actually just get together and just live a life. When you come into a situation like this, you have to discuss it, you have to talk about it, and you have to work out a way of managing the situation. So this caller needs to actually sit down, they need to have a discussion, they need to get help if there's a problem. Whoops, okay, we have a caller. Hi, you're on air.
Hi. You know, my husband only cares about watching TV, playing dummy with his friends, and sports. Nothing else. I can't even remember the last time we had like proper family time. I just feel like taking that TV and smashing it on his head.
You can put your phone down and then I will speak to you on air. Thanks. So people in this kind of situation need to firstly acknowledge that they've waited too long. Right? They need to calm down, cool off a bit, vent to somebody, go for some therapy, speak to somebody about it, get a second opinion on how to handle this.
Well, she may want to smash a TV on his head, but maybe he has no idea that she wants to spend family time with him.
Absolutely. And then also look at what is she doing when they are spending family time, because it has to be enjoyable for both people. So both people's wishes need to be addressed. Hi, you're on air.
She always has a headache or something. I'm getting very frustrated because my wife is no longer interested in our bedroom matters. So now I'm thinking that maybe she's having an affair with somebody at a workplace.
This is a common problem. When people feel insecure in a relationship, it can lead to jealousy and suspicions over anything. But again, it's linked to communication and each individual feeling satisfied and fulfilled in the relationship.
Doctor, what did you learn from your own marriage?
I learned that there's a lot of sadness in this world, and that sadness is part of life, that without sadness and struggles, you can't develop. And I've learned that, you know, in relationships in general, take a lot of work.
Well, Doctor, thank you so much for allowing me to listen to your session and all your wonderful advice. But I think we should chat more about you over a cup of coffee.
Oh, that will be lovely.
Sherona Rawat has a PhD in clinical psychology, but she also draws on personal experience, including the trauma of divorce, to help others.
Now let's talk more about you. What do you feel has been your greatest achievement thus far?
I think my greatest achievement are my children. They've grown up to be absolutely beautiful, wonderful human beings. And I think that after all the struggles and turmoil that we've been through, that's a real blessing for me.
What do you feel is most gratifying about your work?
The most gratifying part is actually seeing my patients thrive and prosper. When they succeed at being happy and healthy, when they move on and things work out for them, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel as if I succeeded as well.
Where to from here? I mean, I'm sure you have a lot more to offer, and I read somewhere that you have a book in the pipeline.
There's a few books, 2 are already published on research and academic stuff. This book is a kind of a self-help book. It's basically aimed at single moms and single women, professional women. It will make people's life easier, and that's basically what I want to do.
And finally, Doctor, what is your motto in life?
My motto is love who you are, and I've come through that through all these years, going through what I've been through and learning about myself and learning to accept things about myself as well. Sometimes things that are kind of viewed as maybe a bit negative. Like for example, being viewed as stubborn and that kind of thing. You've got to look at it in a much more positive way. That if I wasn't stubborn in that instance, for example, I wouldn't have got to where I am now if I didn't stick to what I needed to do, despite the difficulties that I went through to get here.
Well, Doctor, thank you so much for having us. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us and with our viewers. And we'd like to wish you everything of the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much. It's been absolutely a pleasure having you here.
I've spent a fascinating afternoon with Dr. Sherona Rawat. If you'd like to enter this profession, you clearly need a lot of patience and empathy. For the thousands of couples getting married this year, and for the many millions of couples in a relationship, married or not, if you want to stay in a stable, healthy relationship, I've learned that you need to exercise kindness as often as you can, and never forget to honor your partner.